It is the news that has sent a chill through the corridors of Buckingham Palace, colder than the winter winds whipping off the Norfolk coast. We are witnessing a fracture in the very heart of the royal family, a standoff so severe that it threatens to overshadow the entire holiday season. For decades, the image of the royal family walking to church on Christmas morning, followed by a unified lunch at the Big House at Sandringham, has been the ultimate symbol of continuity and strength. But this year, that image is shattering. We are hearing reports of a mutiny. We are hearing reports of a rival court. And at the center of this storm is the Prince of Wales, William, who has reportedly drawn a line in the sand and told his father, King Charles, enough is enough. The headlines are screaming that Prince William and Catherine are skipping the King's Christmas lunch due to massive tension. But this isn't just about a turkey dinner or who gets the wishbone. This is a geopolitical maneuver within the House of Windsor. It is a declaration of independence. And the reason behind it? It involves a disgraced duke, a soft-hearted king, and a princess who has been through hell this year and refuses to play happy families with people who could damage the reputation of the crown. Welcome back to the channel, the only place where we strip away the tinsel and tell you what is really happening behind the velvet curtains. If you believe that Prince William is right to protect his family from the toxicity of the past, and if you want the real story that the mainstream media is too afraid to tell, smash that subscribe button right now. Let's unwrap this scandal. The report comes from Rob Shooter's Scoop, and it paints a picture of a family at war. We are being told that despite the smiles we might see on the walk to St. Mary Magdalene Church behind closed doors, the atmosphere is icy. The source claims that William and Kate will dutifully go to church with big smiles plastered on for the cameras because they are professionals and they know duty comes first. But they are not expected for lunch at the main house. Instead, they are retreating to Anmer Hall. They are choosing the sanctuary of their own home over the grandeur of the king's table. Why? Because according to the insiders, there have been non-stop disagreements throughout the year. But let's get to the real meat of the issue, the elephant in the room. Or rather, the Duke in the room. The report states that King Charles plans to invite his disgraced brother, Prince Andrew, to the Christmas lunch. This is the red line. This is the moment William seemingly said no. We have to remember who Prince William is. He is the man who was instrumental in stripping Andrew of his titles. He is the man who reportedly threatened to pull out of the Garter Day procession if Andrew was allowed to be seen in public. William understands, perhaps better than his father, that the monarchy survives on public consent. He knows that associating with Andrew, a man whose reputation is in tatters due to his connections with Jeffrey Epstein, is poison for the brand. For King Charles to invite Andrew to the family table is a baffling move. We know Charles has a soft spot for his brother. We know he feels a sense of familial loyalty. But William? William is looking at the future. He is looking at the polls. He is looking at his children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, and he is thinking, I will not have them sitting next to that scandal. If this report is true and William is boycotting the lunch because of Andrew, then I say, good on him. It shows backbone. It shows moral clarity. It shows that the Prince of Wales is not afraid to stand up to the king when the integrity of the crown is at stake. But there is more to this than just Andrew. The source mentions a rival Christmas. Last year, there were whispers of a coup against King Charles, where William and Kate hosted a more middle-class celebration at Anmer Hall. Now, when the media says middle class, they mean normal. They mean fun. They mean a house where the kids can run around, where there isn't a footman standing in every corner, and where the vibe is relaxed. This Anmer Hall Christmas is becoming a symbol of the new reign that is waiting in the wings. It is being described by insiders as a covert rival Christmas party. A friend told the Daily Beast that if they post pictures of their separate celebration, it will be seen as an official coup attempt. Think about the optics of that. On one side, you have the old guard at Sandringham, King Charles, Queen Camilla, and the disgraced Prince Andrew, sitting in a drafty dining room following Victorian protocols. On the other side, just a few miles away, you have the future, William, Kate, the three heirs, and the Middleton family laughing, opening presents, and actually enjoying each other's company. Where would you rather be? I know where I'd rather be. The inclusion of the Middleton family is crucial here. We know that Catherine is extremely close to her parents, Carol and Michael. After the year she has had, the surgery, the cancer diagnosis, the chemotherapy, the brutal recovery, she needs comfort. She needs safety. She needs to be around people who love her unconditionally, not people who are playing court politics. Carol and Michael Middleton have been the unsung heroes of this year, providing a rock-solid foundation for the Wales family while the storms raged. It makes perfect sense that William would want to honor them and spend the day with them rather than navigating the minefield of his father's dinner table. There is also the lingering shadow of the other brother. Even though Harry and Meghan are thousands of miles away in Montecito, their presence is always felt. The non-stop disagreements mentioned in the report could very well be about how to handle the Sussexes. We know Charles still holds out hope for a reconciliation. We hear rumors of olive branches and phone calls. William, on the other hand, is done. He has closed the door. He has thrown away the key. If Charles is pushing for peace with Harry, or if Charles is listening to advice that suggests softening the stance against the grifters, William is going to push back. Hard. So, when you combine the Andrew issue with the Harry issue and the general stress of a transition year, you have a recipe for a massive family split. The phrase massive tension is not used lightly by royal sources. These people are trained to keep a stiff upper lip. If the tension is leaking out to the press, it means the pressure cooker is about to explode. Let's analyze the strategy here. By going to church, William and Kate are fulfilling their constitutional role. They are giving the photographers the money shot. They are showing the world that the monarchy is still functioning, but by skipping lunch, they are setting a boundary. They are saying, we will do our job, but we will not pretend that everything is okay in private. It is a sophisticated power play. It reminds the king that he needs the Waleses more than they need him. Let's be blunt. The star power of the monarchy right now lies entirely with William and Kate. If they pull away, if they start running a truly separate court, Charles looks isolated. He looks like a caretaker king presiding over a fading empire, while the vibrant popular future is having a party down the road. This middle-class coup is fascinating because it aligns William and Kate with the people. The British public doesn't relate to the stiff white tie banquets of the past. They relate to a chaotic family Christmas with the in-laws. By branding their celebration as middle class, the media might be trying to insult them, but they are actually handing them a PR victory. We also have to consider the toll this year has taken on Prince William. He has watched his wife battle a life-threatening illness. He has watched his father battle cancer. He has had to step up and run the firm almost single-handedly for months. He is exhausted. He is protective. And frankly, he has earned the right to spend Christmas exactly how he wants to. If he doesn't want to sit across from Uncle Andrew and make polite conversation about golf while ignoring the Jeffrey Epstein-sized cloud over the table, then he shouldn't have to. The insider source says it's been an extremely difficult year for William and Catherine. That is the understatement of the century. They have faced mortality. They have faced the vicious online trolls fueled by the Sussex Squad. They have faced the relentless pressure of the global spotlight, the fact that they are choosing to surround themselves with the Middletons, a family that has never betrayed them, never sold stories to the press, and never written a Winefest memoir, speaks volumes. It shows that loyalty is the currency William values most. But what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? It means we are entering a period of two courts. We have the King's Court, which is traditional, perhaps a bit too forgiving of family black sheep, and struggling to connect with the youth, and we have the Wales Court, which is modern, disciplined, ruthless when it comes to protecting its reputation, and incredibly popular. King Charles needs to be very careful. He cannot afford to alienate William. He cannot afford to let Andrew's toxic presence drive a wedge between the crown and its heir. If the reports are true and Andrew is the reason for this snub, Charles needs to rethink his guest list. Is loyalty to a disgraced brother worth losing the respect of the future king? And let's not forget the crown reference in The Hook. This really does feel like a scripted drama. You can imagine the scene, the tension in the drawing room, Charles pleading for unity, William standing firm with his arms crossed, Kate quietly supporting her husband while checking on the children. It is Shakespearean. But unlike a TV show, This has real-world consequences. A divided royal family is a weak royal family. The enemies of the monarchy, and there are many both in the UK and in California, will look at this split and lick their chops. They will use it to say, look, they are falling apart. However, I see it differently. I see this as a sign of strength from William. A weak man would just go to the lunch, sit there, and suffer in silence. A strong man sets boundaries. A strong man protects his wife. A strong man says, my duty is to the crown, but my priority is my family's well-being. William is acting like a king in waiting. He is showing the decisiveness that the role requires. As we get closer to Christmas Day, all eyes will be on that walk to church. Watch the body language. Watch the distance between William and Charles. Watch the interaction, or lack thereof, between Kate and Andrew if he dares to show his face. The smiles plastered on comment is telling. It suggests that what we see on TV will be a performance. But the reality, the truth of the relationships, will be found in where they go afterwards. If the King's motorcade goes one way and the Wales's Land Rover goes the other, we will know that the civil war at the palace is real. This holiday season, the greatest gift William is giving his family is the gift of normalcy. He is shielding them from the dysfunction that has plagued the Windsors for generations. He is breaking the cycle. So while the king might be eating his turkey with a side of regret and a disgraced duke, William and Kate will be raising a glass to survival, to resilience, and to doing things their own way. And honestly, I think that's the best Christmas present they could ask for. I want to know what you think. Is Prince William right to skip the king's lunch if Andrew is there? Do you think Charles is making a mistake by trying to reintegrate his brother? And would you rather spend Christmas at the formal big house or the fun middle-class party at Anmer Hall? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. If you support the Prince and Princess of Wales standing their ground, hit that like button and share this video. The truth needs to get out there. Subscribe for more royal news that doesn't hold back. Happy holidays to the real royals and to all of you. Until next time, keep your eyes on the palace.